Now, in honor of Manchester United rocking their first kit today, their first jerseys, I decided to throw it back to to our old jersey, the Chevrolet jersey. Chevrolet jersey. Yeah, so I was like, since we have a new kit, let me remind people of our old kit. That's a lie. I just don't have money to buy the new one yet. But very soon I'll be rocking the new jersey. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Football with Priscilla. I am Priscilla. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Interestingly enough, we had the friendly of Manchester United versus Liverpool. I was looking forward to this game because I obviously wanted to see what Ten Hag has been doing, what the players have been doing in training. So at the beginning of the game, we saw the first team comprised of David De Gea. At the back, there was Lindelof, Varane, Dalot, Shaw. On the middle, there was McTominay, Fred, Bruno, and up front there was Sancho, Rashi, and Martial. That was the first. That was the first lineup. Okay. Obviously, in the second half, they changed. Liverpool, I didn't care who Liverpool was fielding in personally. I didn't look at it, but there were a bunch of kids. I couldn't recognize anyone. The only players I could recognize in that Liverpool team is Milner, I could recognize Allison, I could recognize Chamberlain, and I think Curtis was also there. So I was so excited. You don't understand. Like, it's been a while, a minute, guys. Like, seeing the preseason game, it's just like getting us ready for the Premier League on the 5th of August. I am so excited. I can't wait. Like, we have stayed for long without soccer. It's so sad. Like, I keep on looking at the weeks and the days are moving slow. Like, can we just get to the 5th already? I miss the Premier League. Anyway, so my thoughts on the game. The first half we scored, is it three? We scored three. Fred, Martial, and Sancho scored. Now the Sancho goal was okay. Okay, all three goals were okay. Now I'm not really really going to make it look as though, oh my god, we played well and all of a sudden we're going to the season. No. Like, that was a preseason. You could see Liverpool were not in for it. Like, they were not the energetic, intense Liverpool that they always are. But it was a good game. So in the first half, what I saw was the pressing was good. The positives are that the pressing was good. You could see that they were more disciplined. There was a system to play. Like, I think they were playing a 4-2-1-3, which was McTominay and Fred sitting, and then Bruno, and then the forward strikers. Who was I impressed with in the first half? Sancho. I think Sancho played very well. Sancho always plays well. I don't know why people come at Sancho. Like, Sancho is always a good player. I think Varane was okay. Yes, I also think Lindelof was very good. Now, one thing I've noticed about Lindelof is when he's with a confident defender besides him, it really removes the good attributes of Victor Lindelof. Okay, so when he's playing with Varane, we can see the best of Lindelof. And then when he's playing with like a Bailey, a quick center back, a more physical center back, you could see that Victor Lindelof thrives. But when we see him with Maguire, I feel like he's also like, dude, we are at the same level, and so you can't help me go up. I need someone who's like a higher level. So I feel like Victor Lindelof played well, extremely well. He was everywhere, heading the ball and whatnot. Another person for me who stood out was who I think Bruno. Bruno was quiet. Rashi was missing chances. Someone tell Rashford he is not the forward. Well, he is not the main striker. Like, he is a winger as well. He should learn to pass the ball. Like, for the life of me, Rashi, pass the ball. Your first instinct should be to pass the ball. But anyway, who else? Martial was quiet, but it's like he was getting into the groove of things. One of the positive I noticed was how Ten Hag was like very vocal and shouting at the players, like, dude, move. Like, obviously he wasn't using the word dude, but I was like, yo, okay, not yo, but he was like, move and like run and like get your head into the game. So I enjoy that about Eric Ten Hag. Um, one thing that the negative was obviously something is still lacking from that Manchester United team. Number one, the midfield of Scott McTominay and Fred. My God, like there's no comfortability. We still lack that midfielder who's able to just be calm on the ball, get the ball, pass here and there, just see the players like just comfortable, like anyone comfortable with the ball. We lack that on the midfield. I feel like our midfield is still we need Frankie de Jong. Manchester United just need to pay if it's 80, 70, 100 million. We need Frankie de Jong. The other negative I noticed is Dalot. Now Dalot is a good crossing player, though he's lost that, but he's good at crossing the ball. Okay, Dalot is good at crossing the ball. However, one thing that I don't like about Diego Dalot is that he fails to come back. Like there was that open space. Whenever Dalot goes forward, he fails to return, to come back, obviously. And I don't think Sancho makes it easy for him to also come back and defend. Like it's like Dalot alone. When he goes forward, Sancho is forward. There's no one really helping to cover up on the right wing. And you can also see that Scott McTominay and Fred also don't read the game in that way, because what I know about, like what I've learned, what I've been taught is when the right winger goes forward, right, and the right back as well are forward, right, those two sitting midfielders, Scott McTominay and Fred, have to fill in now that position that has been left open. Now, unfortunately, Scott McTominay and Fred don't go back to fill in that position that has been left open by Diego Dalot. So there was that, and he had to come back. And you find that because of that, it will pull Victor Lindelof off of the defensive line. He'll be pulled to the player on the right wing because Dalot and Sancho are nowhere to be seen. So there is that. So because of that, you find that there's an open space at the right wing, and I wasn't really comfortable with that open space. What else? Another thing is that let me just go to the second half. So the second half, what had happened is we changed all 11 of our team, and lo and behold, Liverpool's youngsters also got changed. So it was now vice versa. Like our first team in the first half, it was our first team versus Liverpool's team B, and in the second half, it was Liverpool's team A versus Manchester United's team B. Team B comprising of Ahmad, Facundo, Elanga, Savage, Zidane, I think. I think that's that guy's name. Donny, Malacia, Tellers was actually a defender today, and then we had Bailey and we had Wan-Bissaka. So from Team B, what I noticed was this, okay? A few pointers and a few things that I noted. One thing I noted is Ahmad, my God, my baby Ahmad. You need to, like, he needs to make, like, he needs to build up, he needs to back up. Like, the physicality of the Premier League, when Ahmad was playing with Van Dijk, Van Dijk is huge and Ahmad is small. So it was like literally when he tries to win a ball from Van Dijk, it was like Van Dijk would just push him like it was a piece of paper. So Ahmad, Facundo, Pelestri, their physicality is not anywhere near the physicality levels of the Premier League. They are so small, like they need to go to the gym. Someone needs to tell them they need to build muscle. I don't know how you even do that, but like they need to become buff somehow. In the second half, really, okay, so there was a point, right, when the whole entire like the Liverpool team A, well, most of them came in like at the 65th, 70th minute, right? And then like when they were bringing them on, I was like, why? Because then the Manchester United team A had been removed and team B came in on the 50th minute, like for the second half. And then they bring in Liverpool. And then you see now Liverpool bringing in Salah, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Nunes, Robertson, Trent, is it Kunde, Thiago Alcantara, and then you're just like, but why? Like you could see the massive difference when Liverpool's team A got into the game. I was like, this is because we were 3-0 up. I was like, we're going to go for this is going to be like 5-3, right? But anyway, Liverpool's team A were not like they were not really pressing on. I'm sure they were just like, whatever. But yeah, so apart from Ahmad and Facundo Pelestri, trying them needing to build up their muscle so that they can compete. What else did I notice? Donny didn't do anything for me. I don't know. It's because maybe he was with the kids, but he wasn't getting a hold of the game. Um. Oh, okay. Wait. Let's finish the negatives. What else did I notice amongst the negatives? Uh, it was practically Bailey was defending by himself. If anyone watched that second half of that preseason game, Bailey literally defended by himself. Like I didn't see so much of Teles. I don't feel like Teles doesn't know being how to be a center back. Sometimes he was running forward like he's a left back, but he was supposed to like be at the back, you know. Still what's his name? Juan Bissaka cannot go forward like we see Trent going forward. He doesn't have the capability of running with the ball and actually making a cross, unfortunately. The positives, on the other hand, guys, let's give respect to the two midfielders, those youngsters. I don't know if it's Savage and Zidane. I need to check his name, but his name is Zidane apparently. He is a good, those two held down the midfield. Like for me personally, every game I love watching midfielders play. I'm not all about strikers or defenders. For me, the people that I look at the most when I'm watching any game is the number 10 and the midfielders. Like with the number 10 role, obviously, because most of the time the number 10 is attributed to that person who has a free role most of the time. So I love seeing that type of player. But the midfielders, especially those midfielders that are quite technical and can pick a pass, like I love such midfielders, and especially and also the midfielders that are able just to be calm on the ball. I love players that you could see that this person is not panicking; he's just comfortable with the ball. For me, those are my favorite type of players. So Savage and Zidane, guys, like those kids were so calm on the ball. Even in tight situations, you could see how they were able to play themselves out of tight situations. They was calming down the game. You know, when the midfielder is able to just like the game is at high intensity and then they get the ball and then they just soft, like they just calm down the game. Like guys, calm down. That's what they were doing. Those guys, if they continue playing like that, they'll be a delight to watch on the midfield. I was so impressed by those kids. Their passes, yes, their passes were not good, but like how they just handled the midfield, even against the Liverpool team A, was amazing to watch. And then I looked at Scott McTominay and Fred. Like, yo, I hope Scott McTominay and Fred are noticing what these kids are doing. Like, this is what we mean when we say we need midfielders. Scott McTominay and Savage and versus Savage and Zidane. Guys, Scott McTominay and Fred are far away from those kids. Technical abilities, ball retention, passes, like those kids are far more superior, right? So all those kids need to do is build up stamina and maybe go on loan, but also be able to understand the game. So when they go on loan, it will be so easier for them to understand the game and be easier for them to, fit into the Premier League kind of midfield. Because when you're a midfielder in the Premier League, it's not easy because of the intensity and the pace of the league. So yeah, that was the positive. I was amazed by them. Bailey was amazing as a defender. I was impressed. Um, Overall, I loved how Ten Hag was shouting at them. I loved how he kept on attacking them, telling them like, "What are you doing? Yes, you stand up and everything." If you watch the game, you'd have seen what I'm talking about. But yeah, I enjoyed the game. I think you can tell from my face that I'm so happy. Like it's been so long since I watched Manchester United, guys. It's like that moment when you've been hungry for a long time and you can finally eat. But I know it's not the same with the Premier League, but it was just so good seeing Manchester United play. It's been so long. So yeah, all I came to do was just give you a little commentary on the game, the preseason game. For those of you that did watch, oh, too bad. but I'm sure there'll be other games for them to play. But it was amazing to see our team. I'm looking forward to what Ten Hag will be doing. One thing I need to say is this: we still need signings, especially for that midfield. Oh my God, we need Eriksen, we need Dejo, we need all the backup we need. We need a CDM. Like, if Martinez, one thing I hear about Martinez is he can play CDM and he can play center back. So if he can do both, thank God. But like, we need reinforcements. But yes, so it was an amazing game to watch for you, for all of you who did watch it. Oh, too bad. So yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you share to other people. Like the like button, click it, and subscribe for those of you that haven't subscribed.